It's harvest day today, and first things first, it's a massive armor map, so you go with the thing that has a drill, because that's what you do. I wanted a 120, but they're all taken, so you've got to take what you got, and I'll take this 30 mil, and I'll trade up later if I can. There's people everywhere, trying to avoid squashing them. Smoke out here, because Benzilla's on the howitzer there, and you can snipe the howitzer with rocket launchers, so a little bit of smoke there buys him some time to do his job, which is take care of all the cornets and stationary weapons dotted around the map. So because Benzilla's on that, I know he's actually going to do his job, and it's not going to be some random noob just going for kills. So pretty good map starting off right now. That was a lot of information that you have to get down quite quick, and now we're coming up on the base here. As you can see, this base is a bunch of houses which in Bad Company 2 would all be knockdownable if they were in Bad Company 2. So that's something to think about. And if you see the tank spawn there, it's got its back armor to this hill, so it's always good to attack from this side, if especially if you don't know if those stationary guns are there or not. Of course, and I just saw the howitzer coming there, so Benzilla's probably taking care of business, and I don't really have to worry about any corners sniping me. Which is good, because in a 30mm its armor isn't as strong as the 120s, and it'll probably just one-shot me if it hits me with front armor at 76. So, time to look around the base here. We've got the crate in this building over here. That's also knockdownable. You can hit it from nearly all sides. You can go round the map coming out the base, going on the very right-hand side. You can go around the map and come around from the other side, which should probably knock away the rest of the walls of that house that I'm bombarding there. I'll explain that later. I'll go around later and show you. I'm just checking the map there just to see how many people are in the base. It's a full game, and I'm really surprised that no one's been firing rockets and crap at me yet. But I'm going to take this free time just to finish this crate off, which is exactly what I do. I wouldn't advise doing that on Bad Company 2. I'd just take the building out. I'd take this side, and then I'd go where I'm going now to go around the other side. Thank you, Mr. Howitzer. The stationary AT guns are up on the hill right in front of me now, and there's another one right in front of me now. But they're gone, so I'm not going to get hit in the side or anything by strong rockets. They've only got the rockets which are handheld rockets, which won't be killing me in one shot unless it's back armor, and I don't think they're going to come from that angle. So we take the crate. Not really much resistance there. Not really a lot they could have done in that situation. You have to be ready for stuff like that to happen to stop it, really, because that was quite a fast attack. Their assets were down because of the howitzer, and it was just unstoppable, really. So I'm going around the side here, and this is the part I meant when you go around the back. If you go all the way around the field and up the part I'm going here, and then back down the hill to the side, you'll be able to hit the other end of the house, and that should be enough to take care of that house. That is assuming the crate's in there for Bad Company 2. So, of course, because it's Bad Company 1, I've been playing 2, I'm looking for my drill before I find it. I finally find it, and if you think that's bad, when you get to Bad Company 2, the drill's switched with the RPG, so always RPG a tank when you get out, because for some reason they switched around the kits. So we're coming up on the second base here, which is 2 barns containing 2 crates. I'm attacking that there, but for some reason they've got people on the hill behind me, so I'm going to have to deal with them because they've got my back armor facing them, and that is not something which can be tolerated. Switch to the 50 cal, finish the dude off, and go for some repair again. And this is where you have a drill, because you can just take care of a threat if it's not constant pressure and there isn't a whole team getting you. A rocket can hit you, you can kill him, and then you can be back on doing your job before he's really spawned and do it all over again. So it takes teamwork to take you down instead of just one guy coming back at you. So that's why you always have a drill. It just really helps. Plus, if someone gets in with you, you can get some teamwork going with the drill as well. They can fire and repair at the same time, and that is an incredibly difficult tank to take out, even a 30mm. So I'm looking around here, and where the howitzers is going down there, a tank spawns. Taking care of business there, the howitzer. I was really worried about that thing coming to life and shooting me in the side, because that would suck. And I don't really have any way of beating a 120 unless it absolutely sucks in a 30mm. So moving around the side here, see if we can get a shot on this crate. and I'm being painted up, so I'm going to have to look for a sniper. Thought I saw one back here, and I did, so I'm going to take care of him. This JDAM's going to be useless because he's dead. And I'm going to see what I can do about this crate. Actually, that building right in front of me that I'm shooting there, that would actually be a good place for a crate, I think. Because there's a spawn point nearby. Well, actually, I'm not quite sure if that would be the same on Bad Company 2, but obviously that's not a destructible building. And the other two crates are in barns, which are destructible in Bad Company 2. So if the crate was in there, then you'd have to either arm it or tank it, rocket it, C4 it. Which is good, because buildings are big targets and they fall down. And falling buildings are hazardous to objectives, which you have to guard. So for obvious reasons you don't want to do it. But we got the crate, so we're moving on to the next base already. Don't try and get up there quick, maybe steal a tank. Maybe not, to see what comes of it. So I'm plowing down this road. As you see, this map is huge compared to most of the Bad Company 2 stuff. So there's a lot of driving involved. And we're coming up to the building here. There's the tank. And I want that tank, so I finally got my 120 after being miserable potting around in a 30mm. I finally found a 120. It's on 7% health. I'm guessing that the tank behind me was keeping that thing pinned on 7 health, so if it came alive he could have a massive advantage over it. It was okay. I bought a drill. I'm going to risk that no one's going to come up on top of me, just because I don't really have any more choice. I want this thing at full health and I want a tank, so I am going to risk the fact that that's not going to get stolen and no one's going to kill me. That's exactly what I do. Of course I ruin it now because I just missed that guy with that shot, and they've already got rocket launchers firing at me. I'm being painted up by about 6 different JDAMs, and I'm not going to be lasting much longer. And there you can see, if the JDAM didn't get me, the next rocket would have. So I don't get to use my 120, unfortunately. Now, for the sake of showing this map off, I think I changed kits coming up. I go with some Russian Standard. Now I'd be the gunner for this guy. There's a little village next to us, which if you got rockets you can shoot the crates directly. Of course both buildings are also fall downable. I think every crate is in a fall downable building on this game. So dice better move some, because they're not going to be lasting long. See, that one is on the second floor, that building is shooting there. There are some other places you could put crates, like there's some tin sheds where the tank spawned that I stole. That'd be a good place to put a crate, tin shed area. It's quite, it's on a flat plane, so you need to get a tank in close to hit it, and it's not fall downable. And also, where those blue dots are there, the ammo crate, that would be a nice place to put the MCOM station. That's the one. I'm trying to think what it was. Just there, in this building here. That'd be a nice place to put it. Sniper gets saved by his friend. Obviously defending their base a bit more. They're kicking it up a notch to try and back us away. So, do I come back as Russian Standard? No, I switched to Spec Ops, because I think I want to do some C4ing. This is after this base, it gets a lot more close quarters, so the tanks become, they're still really useful, but less useful. So I'm going to do some Spec Ops, do some sneaking, and see if I can get some C4 going. So it's a hell of a long walk to the next crate. And obviously it's completely open, so it's a good map for snipers. But hopefully the tanks are keeping them pinned. That 30mm still in there, he's doing his good job. I'm going to go past and see if I can make my way up to the crate over there. Going the long way around, because most people crowd around the crate if they're doing well, and obviously those people were defending the crate quite well. So I'm looking at the back, the scores there to see that it is a full game, so I have to be really careful because there'll be people everywhere. So I'm coming around the back end of the crate here, hopefully everyone's going to be looking forward. So I come through the back door here, and it turns out that I got it right, because they are always looking back. Got 2 snipers with JDAMs and a support kit there, and they're all going to get knifed. Knife, knife, knife. Unfortunately for that guy, I didn't see his blue name until it was too late, so I stabbed him. So it was a bit sucky that I got a bit of a friendly stab there. Doesn't really matter. He'll walk it off. If only we had medics that could actually heal. There we go again, more dudes. And now we pretty much own this crate, so we should be taking it. I'm trying to get this guy to heal me, and that's another problem with this game, because there's no back button to say heal me. It was actually a really nice addition they put back Company 2. You end up not having to kill people. I see a tank. I'm not the right kit for it, but the guy who is the right kit for it got in it, so that's alright. And now I play the gunner again. The gunner's job is generally, it would be back spotting, I guess, in Bad Company 2, but just try and shoot threats and before they either dart up or hit us, or it doesn't really matter if they hit you, as long as you hit them, that'll buy you some more time to get out and repair. Okay. So now we've taken this base, we're moving on up. Our base goes to the little farm that's like halfway along the field. There wasn't a base in, so it kind of staggers a bit there. They've moved up only just over there in the town, where the house that this tank is hitting, also another place. And there's also, unless they put it actually out in the open, there's no other place for the crates to be placed without a building falling on them. So this is going to be a tough map to take, to defend, I should say. There's just so many buildings that are going to fall down. It's like a whole village there. Stupid. I hate people who do that. Those landmines, not only were those landmines obvious, they were spotted and he still drove on top of them. Oh well, waste of a good tank. Good thing we stole one of theirs. Let's see, we darted, we got rocketed, but I took care of both threats, so they'll have to spawn again if they want to do any damage to us. We've got some smoke, which I'm going to take advantage of and get out of here. And I take this jeep and I drive it to this water and I get out before it goes in the water, just to see if they put landmines there. Because that's always a good trick, is putting landmines in water, because you can't see them, and you have to make sure that you check for landmines. Especially seeing as that other guy died from landmines earlier, so they're obviously thinking about using them. I always like to clear the houses out around the crate before I go in there, just because it makes life so much easier. And that goes as a support kit, so we're going to do some nice little switching around here and supporting our troops with some motion sensors. And the motion sensors in this game were 1,000,000 times better, so that's all the more awesome. And because I picked up a Barrett, there's not really a lot I can do. I'm kind of waiting for the guy to run past the window there. It's not going to happen. As you can see, I either missed that guy or he wasn't even past that window. I think I actually missed the window there. Not the best of shots. But I pick up my spec kit, and I'm finally going to get around to doing what I meant to do, and that is sneak up on a crate and C4 it. Earlier I snuck up on a crate and killed a load of people with a knife, which is cool, but the objective should have been C4'd there really, so I'm going to make good on my intentions and C4 this damn thing and finish it off. See guys running past there, and you see I'm not actually firing at him. I saw a guy there, so I'm darting through the window, and now I'm on 25 health, and that is not a good place to be. I'm probably spotted. I'm on 25 health. I'm like desperately knifing, thinking you guys could come around the corner. And then the crate's armed, so everybody in the base should be running towards me. I'm on 25 health. I'm not going to survive any sort of encounter. As it turns out, no one comes through the door, which surprises me, and someone disarms a crate, so everyone's probably going to turn around and not come through the door. That's cool. That's an engineer kit. I can't heal myself with that. So I've got to make a move on this crate. I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? There's a guy at the top of the stairs there. I take a little glimpse. I'm not going to be winning that fight, so I need to find a new way in. There's a scaffolding block around here. See if I can get some kills while I'm here, but no luck. I wouldn't bother chasing that guy anyway. You see, you can get through a window here. And unfortunately the guy's swapped around. He's on the other side of the stairs there, so that's a no-go for me again. He's kind of blocked the window because I can't get through. I'm not going to win on 25. So I'm thinking how I'm going to get through. And he switches again and goes back to the window, which just gives me the entrance in. So I'm finally going to get a C4 the crate. But our friendly tank kills me, so at least they're damaging the crate. Kind of sucks. After all of that sneaking, I felt pretty good, but it didn't quite work. Nearly out of time here, guys, so check out part 2.